This is the Andar Aspen case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but it has now been updated. So if you've watched the channel before, you've seen the original one, but now this one has a camera control button. Finally, we don't have to worry about that big opening on the Andar Aspen, but you get a couple of cool things here that I like better than the original Andar Aspen and then the actual camera control button on the phone. So let's get started first with the original case from the Andar. This one here had the opening. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, then you can see you pretty much had to use the iPhone's camera control here and make sure you're pressing the button and doing the different gestures you want to do within the camera control button if that's something that you use. But the biggest thing for me was the fact that there was an opening. You could see the color of the iPhone and also the metal is exposed, which you could easily risk breaking the screen right there, or let's say scratching the bezel of the iPhone while the remaining of the phone is in pristine condition, for example, one day if you want to sell it or something along those lines. Well, here, the fact that you had to use this button was a downside as well because it wasn't exactly comfortable using this. So for me, bigger hands, I have to press the button and kind of slide it, but then I'm also touching with the back side of my finger the actual case material. With this one, not only do you get a camera control button, but the actual button is bigger than the one found on the phone. So when you press this, of course it presses the original iPhone camera button. However, you have bigger surface area on the actual case than you have on the phone. So this makes the case a better option to use the button than actually using the phone itself, which I found very interesting. The moment I got this case, I said, wow, this button is a little bit bigger than the camera control button on the iPhone. And it's great that they did it this way. That way you have that better surface area and you have nothing in the way when using this button and doing different gestures. Besides that, nothing else has changed on this case. You have the same nice leather material. You have the camera bump, the metal buttons around, and then you have the microfiber lining on the inside. The ports on the bottom have not changed at all either. So you're pretty much getting the exact same case now with the camera control button and the protection that you needed to have a full bezel around the iPhone. That's the biggest win here for me because I don't honestly use the camera control button besides launching the camera since I got this phone, but I kind of got used to it since I changed the different options on my lock screen to launch different apps. I made the camera control button just my camera button for an easy press, and then I open the app. So having the button makes it a lot easier now instead of using the opening on the original case from Andar. But this one just makes it a whole lot better. And then also the protection piece is what I look forward to the most. And I have protection all around the perimeter of the screen. And then also I have protection on the actual screen because I have leather everywhere around that screen now. So that's the biggest win here with having an Andar Aspen with the camera control button. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link down to it below. I know if you already bought one, it's kind of a bummer that you have to buy another case if you want the camera control. But I know for a lot of people, as soon as this one came out for the 16 Pro Max, they were definitely looking for that camera control, and it's finally here. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanif Tech is out.